7:03 on Monday morning, 17-year-old Lily Carter opened her eyes and saw a sentence written across her bedroom wall in black marker. "Everyone hates you." She sat up, confused, until her phone began exploding with notifications. Hundreds of messages, dozens of tags, videos of her face. Then one message from her best friend made her blood run cold. "Lily, don't come to school. You have no idea what you did." Lily stared at the screen. She remembered going to bed the night before after finishing homework. She had not fought with anyone. She had not posted anything. She had done nothing. Yet when she opened the school group chat, she discovered that someone had created an account using her name and uploaded a humiliating video accusing her of destroying the school's charity money. By breakfast, the entire school had seen it. By 8 o'clock, Lily was the most hated girl in school. But there was one terrifying detail nobody knew. Lily couldn't remember the last 6 hours of the previous night. By then, Lily knew this nightmare was only beginning. Lily rushed downstairs, still wearing pajamas, and found her mother standing silently beside the kitchen table. Her mother had already seen the video. "Tell me this isn't you," she whispered. Lily grabbed the phone and watched. The girl in the video looked exactly like her. Same face, same voice, even the same blue hoodie Lily had worn on Friday. The fake Lily was shown entering the school office late at night and taking an envelope from Principal Harris's desk. The caption claimed she had stolen money collected for a sick student named Noah. Lily's stomach twisted. "I didn't do this." Her mother believed her, but she could see how impossible the situation looked. At school, the parking lot was already packed. Lily stepped out of the car and immediately heard people shouting, "Thief! Liar! Get out!" Phones rose everywhere, recording her. The same classmates who had laughed with her on Friday now looked at her like she was dangerous. Then Lily saw Noah's older sister, Emma, crying beside the entrance. Emma pointed at Lily and said, "You stole the money that was supposed to save my brother." Lily had no answer. Her mother could see the fear behind Lily's brave face. Inside the school, Principal Harris called Lily into his office. Her parents had not arrived yet, so he kept the meeting short. He placed printed screenshots across the desk. Every piece seemed to point toward Lily. Her account had posted the accusation. Her school card had supposedly opened the office door. Security footage showed a girl who looked like Lily entering the building at 10:41 p.m. Even her fingerprints were reportedly found on the envelope. "Lily," the principal said, "until we understand what happened, you are suspended." Lily's eyes filled with tears. "Sir, I don't remember being here last night." The principal frowned. "That's exactly what makes this serious." Outside the office, the news had spread. Students crowded the hallway, whispering that Lily was a criminal. Her former best friend, Ava, stood among them. Lily expected Ava to defend her, but Ava looked away. Then Lily noticed something strange. The security footage showed the mysterious girl walking with a slight limp. Lily had never walked that way. She remembered a childhood injury, but she had completely recovered years ago. Suddenly, she realized the video might not prove she was guilty. It might prove someone had carefully copied her. Still, Lily refused to accept a story built on lies. Lily returned home suspended, embarrassed, and terrified. She locked herself in her room and replayed the footage frame by frame. First, nothing seemed useful. Then she noticed the girl's left wrist. There was a thin silver bracelet. Lily owned a nearly identical bracelet, but hers had a tiny star charm. The girl in the video had no charm. Lily zoomed in until the image became blurry. Then her phone buzzed. An unknown number had sent a single photograph. It showed Lily asleep in her bedroom at exactly 11:18 p.m. The message underneath said, "You weren't awake when they saw you at school." Lily's heart pounded. Before she could reply, another message appeared, "Don't trust Ava." Lily immediately thought of her best friend. She called Ava, but the call went unanswered. 10 minutes later, Someone slipped a folded note under Lily's bedroom door. It contained only 3 words. Look at Friday. Lily had no idea what Friday meant. She opened her school bag and found an old receipt from a convenience store near school. The time printed on it was 9:52 p.m. Friday night. She remembered buying a drink there. But behind the receipt was a handwritten sentence. The person who hated you first knows why. That small detail could become the clue that saved her. Lily spent the afternoon listing everyone who had a reason to hate her. There was Emma, who believed Lily stole Noah's money. There was Ava, her former best friend, who had suddenly stopped answering. There was Chloe, the school's most popular student, who had argued with Lily 3 days earlier after Lily exposed a rumor Chloe had started. And there was Marcus, the student council treasurer, who had controlled the charity funds. Lily studied the video again. The fake Lily knew exactly where the envelope was. That meant the person behind the scheme either worked in the office or had watched the school's routines closely. Lily called Marcus. He answered nervously. "Why are you calling me?" he asked. "Because someone stole the charity money and framed me." Silence. Then Marcus whispered, "Lily, I tried to tell Principal Harris something yesterday, but someone threatened me." Lily asked who. Marcus refused to say. Before hanging up, he added, "Check the old science building. Locker 214. Lily grabbed her jacket. She knew she was suspended, but staying home suddenly felt more dangerous than leaving. At the old building, she found locker 214 unlocked. Inside was a black hoodie, a duplicate school ID, and a flash drive labeled with one word, Lily. She finally understood that someone had planned everything. Lily plugged the flash drive into her laptop. There were dozens of files, screenshots of her social media, photos of her schedule, copies of her handwriting, recordings of her voice. Whoever created the fake account had studied her for weeks. But one folder shocked Lily most. It contained photographs of students secretly meeting after school. Some were harmless. Others showed teachers, athletes, and student council members doing things they would never want the school to know about. Lily realized the person behind this wasn't simply trying to embarrass her. They were collecting secrets. Then she found a video file dated Thursday night. She opened it. A dark figure stood inside the school hallway, wearing the same blue hoodie seen in the security footage. The figure turned toward the camera, and Lily froze. The face was hidden, but the voice was clear. "Tomorrow, Lily will become everyone's enemy." The recording ended. Lily replayed it several times. Then she heard something in the background. A familiar school bell sound followed by a locker slamming shut. It was recorded near the auditorium. She rushed there and found Ava sitting alone in the empty seats. Ava looked terrified. "You weren't supposed to find that," she said. Lily asked, "Find what?" Ava started crying. "The person framing you knows everything about us." Every secret on that drive suddenly seemed important to her. Ava finally confessed that 3 weeks earlier, someone had created a secret student group called The Circle. They promised to expose students who lied, cheated, bullied, or betrayed others. At first, Ava thought it was harmless. Then the group began collecting private information and using it to control people. Ava had tried to leave after realizing how cruel they were. That's when they threatened to destroy her reputation. "Who runs it?" Lily asked. Ava shook her head. "I never saw the leader's face." Lily pressed her. "Then how do you know they targeted me?" Ava handed her a phone. On the screen was a message from the previous night. "Lily is next." Below it was a list of instructions. Someone had ordered Ava to stay silent, Marcus to lie, and Emma to accuse Lily publicly. Lily felt sick. Her entire nightmare had been planned. "But why her?" Ava whispered. "Because you were getting too close to something." Lily remembered Friday. That was when she had discovered missing money in the charity account and planned to report it. She had assumed it was a bookkeeping mistake. Now she realized it may have been the first clue. Someone had stolen money before and needed Lily discredited before she could expose them. Ava looked at Lily and realized they were both in danger. Lily and Ava decided to investigate without telling the adults. They searched old student council records and found something unexpected. 6 months earlier, the school had launched a digital donation system. Every payment was supposed to go directly into a protected account. Yet several large donations had disappeared before reaching it. The amounts were small enough to avoid immediate suspicion but large enough to total nearly $20,000. The missing money was always connected to accounts created by one person, the student council treasurer's assistant. Lily remembered that name, Ethan Reed. Ethan was quiet, popular with teachers, and almost invisible among students. He had access to the donation records, school computers, and student ID systems. But there was no proof he was the circle's leader. Lily and Ava searched Ethan's public posts. Nothing. Then Marcus called. "I found something," he said. He sent a photo of a computer screen showing a login history. The fake Lily account had been created from a school computer at 9:46 p.m. Friday. The computer belonged to the media room. Ethan had been scheduled there that night. Lily finally had a suspect. But when they reached the media room, Ethan was already waiting. He smiled and said, "I wondered when you'd figure it out." The evidence was growing, but so was the danger around them. Ethan did not run. He didn't deny knowing about the circle either. Instead, he calmly told Lily that she was looking at the wrong person. "I created the group," he admitted. "But I didn't frame you." Lily stared at him. Ethan explained that the circle had started as a way to expose cheating and bullying, but other students eventually turned it into a weapon. Ethan tried to shut it down, and that was when the threats began. "Who took control?" Lily demanded. Ethan hesitated. "Someone you trust." Lily immediately thought of Ava. Ava stepped back, horrified. "It's not me." Ethan opened a hidden folder on the computer. Inside was a video from Friday night. It showed the fake Lily entering the office. Ethan paused the footage and pointed at the reflection in the glass door. A second person was standing behind her. Lily zoomed in. The face was blurred, but the person wore a distinctive red school jacket. Only 3 students owned that jacket. One was Chloe. One was Marcus. The third was Lily's former best friend, Ava. Lily looked at Ava. Ava began shaking. Then she whispered, "There's something I never told you." She knew the truth was still waiting for her. Ava admitted she had owned the red jacket, but she had lost it Friday afternoon. She had reported it missing to the school office. Lily asked who found it. Ava said, "The office secretary called me Saturday morning. She said someone returned it." Lily suddenly understood. Someone could have stolen the jacket, used it as a disguise, and returned it afterward. But they still needed access to Lily's room, her voice, her accounts, and her school ID. Ava remembered something else. On Friday evening, Lily had invited a few classmates to her house for a study session. One student arrived early and stayed alone in Lily's room for nearly 15 minutes. Lily's face went pale. "Who?" Ava said the name quietly. "Chloe." Lily remembered Chloe asking to borrow her charger. She had been alone upstairs while Lily was in the kitchen. That could have given her access to Lily's laptop and personal files. But Chloe still didn't explain the missing money. Marcus checked the donation records again and found that the stolen funds were transferred into an account connected to a fake charity. The account owner was not Chloe. It was someone using a parent's identity. Lily realized the scheme was bigger than school drama. Someone had planned a financial crime and needed a perfect scapegoat. Now Lily knew the person behind it was closer than expected. The next morning, Lily returned to school with her parents and demanded a formal investigation. Principal Harris initially refused, but Lily placed the flash drive on his desk. She showed him the fake account, the duplicate ID, the security footage, and the missing donation records. Then Marcus arrived with bank transaction evidence. The principal finally called the police and the school's technology officer. Chloe was questioned first. She denied everything. But when investigators checked her laptop, they found deleted files containing Lily's photos and voice recordings. Chloe admitted she had helped the circle collect information, but she insisted she never stole the money. She said someone had paid her to make Lily look guilty. Who? Lily asked. Chloe started crying. I don't know his real name. He contacted me through an encrypted account. The investigators traced the account to a device inside the school. Everyone expected the signal to come from Ethan's computer. Didn't. It came from Principal Harris's administrative office. Lily's blood ran cold. The person who had suspended her was sitting in the same building, watching the investigation unfold. Then the school secretary rushed into the room and whispered something to the principal. His face suddenly changed. She refused to let another lie destroy her life. The secretary had discovered that the school's security system had been manually altered on Friday night. Only 2 people had the authority to do that: the principal and the technology administrator. Principal Harris insisted he had been at home. Investigators checked his phone records and found that his phone had remained at home all night. That seemed to clear him. But Lily noticed something nobody else did. The principal always wore a silver watch with a cracked glass face. In the security footage, the mysterious figure's wrist showed the same watch. Lily pointed it out. The principal stared at her. That's impossible. Then he remembered his watch had been repaired months ago. The footage was old? No. The timestamp was Friday. Lily realized the person in the video was wearing a fake watch designed to imitate his. Someone wanted investigators to suspect him. The technology administrator, Mr. Cole, suddenly became the focus. He had access to the security system, student records, and school servers. But why would an adult frame a student? Investigators searched his office and found the missing charity money hidden inside a locked cabinet. They also found a list of students, including Lily, Ava, Marcus, and Chloe. Yet Mr. Cole claimed he was only following instructions. I didn't choose Lily, he said. Someone above me did. Someone had carefully built a trap, and Lily had stepped into it. The room went silent. Someone above Mr. Cole? There was no one above him except the school board. Investigators demanded names, but Mr. Cole refused until they showed him evidence of the fake charity account. Then he broke. The money had been diverted through several accounts, and the final destination belonged to a private company connected to a school board member. That board member had been secretly taking school funds for months. Mr. Cole had discovered it and was threatened into helping cover the tracks. But Lily was never supposed to become the target. The board member's son had accidentally used Lily's account during the theft. When Lily noticed the missing money, they panicked. They needed the school to believe Lily was the thief. The board member's son was Ethan's older brother, Ryan. Ethan had joined the circle because he suspected his brother was involved. He had created the secret group to collect evidence, but he had never expected the situation to become dangerous. Lily finally understood why everyone had been manipulated. The goal wasn't simply to ruin her reputation. It was to make her evidence impossible to trust. If Lily looked like a liar, nobody would believe anything she discovered. The truth was getting closer, even if nobody wanted it. By Friday, the truth spread through the entire school. The stolen charity money was recovered. Mr. Cole agreed to cooperate, and the board member's son was questioned by investigators. The school officially cleared Lily's name. But clearing her name didn't erase the damage. Students who had shouted at her now avoided eye contact. Emma approached Lily first. She apologized for accusing her, then hugged her and cried. Marcus admitted he should have trusted her. Even Chloe apologized, though Lily knew trust would take time to rebuild. The biggest surprise came from Ava. She stood in the cafeteria and told everyone exactly what the circle had done. She admitted her mistakes publicly instead of hiding behind excuses. Lily listened quietly. A week earlier, she had believed being hated was the worst thing that could happen to someone. Now she realized something different. Being misunderstood hurt, but it also revealed who was willing to stand beside you when everyone else walked away. The girl who had started Monday as the most hated student in school walked out of the cafeteria with her head held high. She hadn't become popular again. She had become stronger. For the first time, Lily felt that justice might be possible. 2 months later, the school introduced a new student safety policy, stronger financial controls, and a system allowing students to report harassment anonymously. The circle was permanently shut down. Ethan transferred schools after cooperating with investigators, while Chloe remained under disciplinary review. Lily never returned to being the same person she had been before the scandal. She stopped caring so much about rumors and started caring more about evidence, loyalty, and courage. One afternoon, she found an envelope inside her locker. There was no name on it. Inside was a photograph of the school hallway from the night she had been framed. On the back, someone had written, "You won this time." Lily stared at the message for several seconds. Then she turned the photograph over again. Hidden in the corner was a tiny symbol she recognized from the circle. She didn't know whether the threat was real or simply someone trying to scare her, but this time she wasn't afraid. She walked straight to Principal Harris and handed him the photo. "We should investigate this," she said. He nodded. Lily smiled faintly. The girl who had once woken up as the most hated girl in school had learned the most important lesson of her life. When everyone believes the same story, sometimes the bravest thing you can do is ask who wrote it. And if you enjoyed Lily's story, make sure to subscribe for more unforgettable stories of betrayal, truth, and justice.